Welcome back to JoyTube, the home of epic folktale. Join us as we take you on a journey of how love conquered a hopeless situation. In the heart of Nigeria, nestled between rolling hills and vibrant forests, lie two neighboring communities, Ajulo and Efuru. Their histories were once intertwined in harmony, but a dark past cast a shadow over their relationship for generations. Long ago, Ajulo and Efuru were as close as siblings. Trade, festivals, and marriages flourished between them. But one fateful incident changed everything. Obinna from Ajulo married Adaobi from Efuru. Obinna was a cruel husband, and one tragic night, in a fit of rage, he raised his hands on Adaobi, his wife. Neighbors rushed her to hospital, and while everyone was waiting to hear from the doctors, after thorough medical examinations, a doctor came and announced and said, "I'm sorry, we lost her." Heartbroken and enraged, the people of Efuru demanded justice. But justice was slow and bitterness grew. In their sorrow, Efuru's elders decreed that no one from their community should ever marry anyone from Ajulo again. Generations passed, and the story of Obinna and Adaobi became legend. But the ban remained. At this period, a man called Felix from Ajulo and Neka from Efuru. Both were students at a prestigious university in the country. One day, Felix went to the school refectory to eat, and there he saw Neka came into the refectory with her friends also to eat. Felix could not take his eyes off Neka because of her beauty. He kept gazing at her throughout his meal. After some days, Felix met Neka at the university library, and he went to Neka and said, "Hi, I'm Felix, can I share the table with you?" Neka, laughing, said, "Of course, I'm Neka. Nice to meet you." Felix recognized her from the refectory the other day. Their friendship blossomed into love, a love so pure and strong that they believed it could overcome any obstacle. Felix and Neka introduced each other to their families, with shocked and angry reactions. Felix's mother sternly snapped, "You cannot marry her. She's from Efuru," Neka's father angrily said. "We do not marry Ajulo people. It's forbidden." There was too much tension from both families. Threatening, intimidations, and fighting erupted. Neka was sternly warned by her parents and brothers never to have anything to do with that man Felix, and they do not ever want to hear his name mentioned in their house again. Neka's 4 brothers went to Felix's house to warn him not to step into their family ever again, and that he can never marry their sister. Neka's movement was being monitored by a guard to ensure she was not found with Felix together. Neka felt like a caged bird and a prisoner, so she went on hunger strike for days. Neka was getting weaker by the day and losing weight equally. One day, Neka collapsed and was rushed to the hospital, and in her subconsciousness, she kept mentioning Felix's name. The doctors asked, "Who is this Felix is to Neka?" And her parents said he's a man who is deceiving her and messing her brain, but that she can never get married to him. The doctor told Neka's parents that if they don't consider their stance, they might lose her, because all the medications administered to her are not working. She is not responding to medications at all. When the news got to Felix, he rushed home and packed his belongings and moved to Neka's house and told them that he is willing to die for his love and that he cannot stand to watch Neka go through this alone. Felix told Neka's parents and brothers that he is ready to be used as sacrifice to appease the community. Felix also went on hunger strike in Neka's house and refused to eat anything for days until he became so weak and refused to be taken to the hospital. When his situation became too critical, Neka's brothers went to inform Felix's parents to come and take their son out of their house. But Felix would not leave Neka's house. To avoid impending calamity, the two families quickly called for an urgent meeting to find a common ground. The meeting initially started with a lot of energy and emotion, but nerve started to calm when both families considered the lives of their children. They finally agreed to allow the past to be forgotten. Having agreed within the families to work together to resolve the issues, they started planning on how to get the two communities involved, knowing fully well it's not going to be easy. Neka and Felix started meeting secretly. Neka asked Felix, "What are we going to do?" Felix, very determined, told Neka they must find out why this hatred exists and how to end it. Since they have heard the story of what happened from their parents, and nothing has been done to try to remedy the situation since then, they will have to plan how to go about it, and Felix told Neka we could be object of peace to our communities. That might be our destiny. They both delved into history, meetings with elders and historians. They learned the full story of Obina and Adaobi, and the sorrow that bound their communities in a cycle of distrust. Felix and Neka organized a meeting with the elders of both communities. Felix, addressing the elders, and said, "We understand the pain of the past, but our love is genuine. We propose a reconciliation ceremony to heal old wounds and unite our communities once more." One sunny Nkwo day, the people of Ajulo and Efuru gathered at the community square. Elders from both sides spoke of the past, acknowledging the pain, but also recognizing the need for forgiveness and unity. Although some members of the two communities disagreed to have anything to do with the idea of reconciliation, and fight broke out during the deliberations, but the elders were able to restore peace and the discussions progressed. A date for final reconciliation was agreed. During a reconciliation gathering, an elder from Ajulo addressed the crowd and said, "Today we forgive and move forward." Another elder from Efuru said, "Let this union be a new beginning for our communities." There was a symbolic act of reconciliation in sharing meals, traditional dances, and breaking of symbolic chains. Felix and Nika's wedding were attended by joyous members of both communities, and the wedding became a symbol of the new beginning. The two communities, once divided, now celebrating together. Families and children started playing together again in the village squares, symbolizing unity and peace. Thus, the love of the two brave youngsters broke the chains of the past, teaching us that love and forgiveness can heal even the deepest of wounds. And so, the story of Felix and Neka reminds us that in unity, there is strength, and in love, there is the power to change the world. May we all learn from their story and strive for peace and unity in our own lives and communities to make the world a better place. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, share and subscribe to JoyTube channel.